And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Rudy Gobert is out there with Bogdanovich. And it's O'Neal in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Lakers, Green and LeBron at the 2 and the 3. Davis is out there with Howard. And it's Rondo in at the 1 spot. Conference rivals in this one, Doris. A regular season game that will likely have that postseason feel.
And we are the beneficiaries of what could be a playoff preview. You never know, obviously, how things are going to shake out in terms of seeding. What we know unequivocally are these two rivals are prepared to play in what we would consider not just any regular season game, perhaps a little more on the line than you might expect.
Hey, who got him? What's the pick?
High post, Gobert, working on Howard. The drive by Mitchell. It's good. Mitchell's got the opening field goal of the game for the Jazz.
Well, Rudy Gobert stands 7'1", and he's an unselfish guy. It puts the pass on the money.
LeBron with it. Conley picks him up. Here's Rondo. They get it back. Here's Howard. Battles through traffic and lays it in.
And the D getting outworked there on the putback. Can't let that happen.
Greg, you have got to put a body on somebody. We talk about it ad nauseum, but you've got to be disciplined with the box outs.
Pass to Bogdanovich. Lock at 6. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass.
There's a reason Dwight Howard has so many all-defensive teams to his credit. Good night with the block.
And so Gobert will bring it up for Utah. 1 up, 1 down, 2 points with his first shot this game.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
The finish and transition, nice and easy.
Here's Mitchell. From outside, off the mark. The Lakers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. From 12 feet out, a nice shot by LeBron.
When you think about LeBron James's career, he has put in so much time and diligence in the offseason to become a better shooter. Pays dividends again.
Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. Over Howard. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up. And in a league obsessed with shooting, easy to see why Bojan Bogdanovic has solidified himself as a key player.
I mean, over 40% from long range in recent years, competes defensively. He's a player.
Free throw good, Bogdanovich.
Boy, when you talk to his teammates and his coaching staff, Bojan Bogdanovic, one of the toughest guys you'll see in the league. He doesn't say much, kind of stays to himself, but boy, when the ball goes up, does this guy compete. Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand, and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. And growing up a young child in the violence of Croatia during the Yugoslav wars, Doris, Bogdanovic said it affected everyone.
Not only that, Kevin, but think about it. This is a young man who at 16 years of age left his home on his own to go play pro basketball in Madrid. And what does it translate to? Well, he can now speak 4 languages. I'll tell you this, Bogey knows a thing or two about resiliency.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Just 5 on the clock.
And the aggressive attitude of Davis on D makes him such a tough matchup. He's not going to give his man an inch of breathing room, and that was the difference on that possession.
Here's James, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell. Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the game.
And looking at last season's numbers, down below 70% as a team from the line.
And that drops, so they now lead by 1.
Don't you get the sense that LeBron James is in complete command, not only of himself, but of his teammates? The drive this guy possesses is truly incredible.
And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Conley, the pass to Gobert. Excellent D from Howard. For Los Angeles, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Lakers working the ball around now. Rondo finds Howard. Right side Davis. Here's Rondo. Howard trying to free himself up. The second chance effort. Gobert with the block.
Well, this is the calling card of Rudy Gobert, a superb shot blocker. The wingspan is a thing of beauty.
And first quarter, we're about 3.5 minutes in. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Have to love the ball distribution. Keep everyone involved.
And here's James. He'll bring it up for Los Angeles. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, a bit reckless right there. That's his second foul, and he can't afford to pick up a third.
Clarkson, he's checked in for the Jazz. Here's James. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. 6 points for LeBron.
Well, the Jazz's Quinn Snyder has become one of the most respected head coaches in the league. And think, guys, a player poll even had him ranked 7th among coaches they'd like to play for. And consider he's in Utah. That is not exactly a free agent destination.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Conley kicks to O'Neal. From deep. It doesn't go for him. Good D by LeBron. And there's the pass to Howard. And it's slammed in by Howard.
That is a grown man move from Dwight Howard.
Jazz trail by 4. And Doris, what is it, do you think, about Quinn Snyder that gives rise to that respect?
Well, you think about it. He played the game at a high level, of course, collegiately at Duke. He has paid his dues as a coach. He's got tremendous intellect for the game. And there's this growth mindset with him. He's always looking at himself. How can I get better?
Passes it to James. Here's Davis. And he uses the glass on the layup. Davis has got his second bucket of the game to go.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
Clarkson with the ball. Picked up by Davis. No one near Conley as he lets it go. His 3-pointer's off the mark. Los Angeles leading by 4. Here's Rondo. Good on the triple.
This is as good as it gets for a first quarter in terms of shooting the basketball.
There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. Outside Conley. To the paint. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Not sure Rudy Gobert left the floor to finish that dunk, but boy, what power.
James up top, guarded by O'Neal. Here's Rondo. And the Lakers get it back. Davis, the pass to Green. Off target from 3-point range. Jazz trail by 5. And here is Conley. And the foul called on Anthony Davis. That's his first foul.
That's his first personal foul. Substitution on the court.
Up in time, and he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And that does it for the first quarter. Lakers lead by 5. Live from the Staples Center, you're watching 2K Sports.
Back up, back up, back up, back up. Back up, back up, back up. Back up, back up, back up, back up. Back up, back up, back up, back up.
It wasn't an immediate star turn for Mike Conley in the NBA. He talked about that journey.
the ups and downs of injuries and early on in my career not being able to be consistent enough to be considered a top guard in the league, and making myself work that much harder to get my game to a level where I feel that I can compete against anybody in the league. And that's what I'm most proud of, is just being able to withstand that.
Great work ethic is the key. Conley stayed at it.
And a player that's known for keeping his composure, that helps also. He weathered those early challenges and just stayed positive.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And from what we've seen so far from the Lakers, guys, what are your thoughts?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
They've got Kyle Kuzma. Rajon Rondo is out there with J.R. Smith. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Davis in at the power forward. That's the Laker 5.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Conley dishes to Bogdanovich. Conley against Rondo. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Davis. Lakers leading by 5. And over the course of his career, Mike Conley taking on more and more of the leadership mantle.
He's embraced it, Kevin. And he said letting his hair down was a way of letting go and just being confident in himself.
2018 rookie class has been something to watch, Doris. Talent at the top, but also some terrific mid-round picks.
No question. Landry Shamet is a guy who I think can be a clutch, big-time scorer who does not seem bowed by any moment, doesn't seem to be affected by pressure. Mitchell Robinson had one of the great shot-blocking seasons in New York Knicks history. I know the team didn't have success, but as a second-round guy, Mitchell Robinson could have an awfully long career.
Here's Clarkson. And oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. Bogdanovich against Davis. Bogdanovich finds Mitchell. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Pass to Kuzma. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Outside for Rondo. Out to the right wing. And again, no good by the Lakers. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Utah Jazz. Trailing by 4.
Boy, Mitchell's confidence is off the charts right now. Off the dribble jumper, yes, sir.
And the Lakers decide to take their first time out here.
And you look back at that 2013 draft, just call it the year of the sleeper Euros. Giannis Antetokounmpo taken 15th, and this guy, Rudy Gobert, selected with the 27th pick.
Smith kicks to Kuzma. Here's Davis. That one falls. Davis has got 6 points.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
And, you know, Greg, hindsight always being 20/20. The Greek Freak and Gobert probably go 1st and 2nd in that 2013 draft.
Yeah, and Steven Adams probably top 4. The common thread, all of them play a hard-nosed style, not something that's always associated with foreign-born players, but they're erasing that perception.
Here's Bogdanovich. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. Some changes for the Lakers. James checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And it's Green in for J.R. Smith. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. And there's Green on the assist by Davis. And the Lakers lead by 4.
Well, just great intelligence there from Danny Green. This guy a pro at knowing when and where to attack the basket.
Clarkson passes to Bogdanovich. Green against Clarkson. To the inside. Shot clock at 6. Mitchell's shot is good.
Donovan Mitchell has got the size and the skill to score over the bigs on the interior. That's easy work for this young man.
Here's James. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
And you can see when he has the basket in his sights, he's going to attack. And once he's in tight, he is a terrific finisher.
Royce O'Neal's checked in for Bogdanovich. The Lakers have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all 3 levels.
He kicks it to Mitchell. Releases. No good that time, so Los Angeles will take it the other way. Here's LeBron. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him.
One shot.
Now, guys, that's just superior strength by James. Even when the defense roughs him up, he's more than capable of playing through them. It's amazing.
He's got his 4th free throw of the game. Free throw good, LeBron.
Yeah, nice job of drawing the contact and creating opportunities at the line.
Shoots from 12. Gobert, and there's Gobert, putting it right back in. Gobert's got 6.
I'll tell you, you cannot give Rudy Gobert an inch of space when he's working the glass. This guy excels at using his reach.
And they double up James. There's Green with the 3. Cans it from downtown. Green's got the lead up to 9 now for Los Angeles.
You know, a guy with that size from the downtown three-point area, no chance for a defender to alter that shot.
Ingles dishes to Mitchell. The shot misses. Good D by Rondo. Here's Davis. And he can't extend the lead to double digits. Jazz trail by 9. Down low. Here's Ingles. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, Joe Ingles is the master at staying under control as he tries to finish. He is so fundamentally sound.
Well, Doris, you look at Joe Ingles, he's quietly become one of the better small forwards in the NBA.
And he is the prototypical don't judge a book by its cover, because they call him slow-mo Joe or average Joe. But dig a little bit deeper. This guy is a quality playmaker and a knockdown shooter.
Free throw drops for Ingles. And one of those glue guys, Joe Ingles. Doris, talk about what he's brought to the table.
Oh, he brings so much to the table. Joe is an excellent shooter and passer, mentally.
Oh, wow.
That's crazy.
That's a beautiful jam.
That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Utah Jazz. 8-point game. 2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock.
I got ball. I'm open.
There's the 3. Not going to go that time. And so it's Los Angeles, holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. And don't go away. We'll be right back.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, folks. Ernie Johnson here with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. It's the NBA on 2K Sports, and let's talk the first half. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He had 14 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 assists. Definitely no fluke for him, as he just turned in an outstanding game in their last outing, and now tonight, he's rolling again. And taking a look at the Lakers, Shaq, what'd you think?
Well, Kenny knows about this. I used to do this to his team all the time. Take advantage of you down low. Mismatch, barbecue chicken alert, make good entry passes. That led to some good looks, obviously a lot of points. When you control the paint, you control the game. I was the master of controlling fight.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Jazz.
Well, one problem I see is that they're too timid on the board. When you start to fall behind in the game, you need to become more aggressive on the offensive glass and the defensive glass.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks
Goodbye,
for
folks.
joining us. Third quarter, just about ready to begin.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
And you know he's going to put up points every time out, but boy, he made it look so easy in that first half.
Now let's see if he continues that trend the rest of the way. He certainly has the talent and the endurance to do just that.
Third quarter action getting rolling right now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Here's who's on the floor. And so in the game for the Jazz, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Bogdanovich out there with O'Neal, and it's Gobert in at the 5 spot.
Well, you might think at 6'3" in shoes, Donovan Mitchell is undersized for the shooting guard position. But his combination of strength and length, along with the athleticism, help him to hold his own.
The first one falls. Greg, nowadays teams looking for +6 players. That's a player whose arm span exceeds their height by at least 6 inches.
Donovan Mitchell, how about a +9? I mean, a little over 6'1" in socks with a 6'10" wingspan. Those long arms, the reason for the Spider nickname.
LeBron is doubled. Second chance shot. O'Neal with the rebound.
And they start the second half with 3 straight misses.
To the middle. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's on Rajon Rondo.
Bogdanovich staying confident down low, being physical with the defense, and gets rewarded with a trip to the foul line.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game. And he makes the first. Doris, you've said this often, it is incredibly difficult to compare guys of different positions in different eras, isn't it?
It really is. There's so many discussions about who's the GOAT, who's the greatest of all potential time. And there are certain names that are always going to pop to the top of the list, LeBron James. But it's very difficult to me, say, to compare a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, one of the greatest to ever man the center position, had the impossible to check sky hook. But how do you compare him with LeBron James, who, though he is, and I don't know what position he is, he may be the greatest passer in the history of the league. Like, let's enjoy individual greatness without comparison.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Lakers shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight.
James at the line for 2.
And that one misses.
And one of the worst kept secrets of last season, the Jazz looking for an upgrade in their backcourt to pair with Donovan Mitchell.
Well, there's no question, Greg. That was a poorly kept secret indeed. They felt the Grizzlies leaked their trade talks for Mike Conley, going so far as to call it unethical. Consequently, the guard spot was the big focus for them this summer.
Mitchell, and then Mitchell with the dunk.
Well, if you don't stay in front and you allow him room to drive, you will pay the consequence. Donovan Mitchell with authority.
Green finds Davis, stolen by Mitchell. Utah trailing here. Out of bounds, the Lakers will take possession. just a little over 90 seconds gone in the third quarter. James, the pass to Davis. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
That's his second personal foul.
The Lakers have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
Davis at the line for 2.
First free throw is good. That's also good, so he hits both free throws.
Boy, a really soft touch on display. It is a luxury to have a big man who can hit from the line at a consistent rate.
Pass to Mitchell. Conley against Rondo. 14 feet away. And slam dunk by Gobert.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
No reason to do so there. He was going to lead, no doubt.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Morris is checked in for Anthony Davis. Kyle Kuzma comes in for Rajon Rondo. And Smith subbed in for Danny Green. Kuzma outside. Morris against Bogdanovich. Kuzma can't get it to go.
Ouch. 5 shots without a make. That's a really ragged start coming out of halftime.
That puts them in the lead. O'Neal's got the lead up to 2 now for Utah.
Everything going to plan here to start the third. 80% shooting thus far.
Greg, some folks suspected Conley might be moved when Memphis had a shot at drafting John Morant. Right before the draft, that deal took place.
I tell you what, he looks to be a great fit in Utah. Can be that third star the team needs to push them to the next level. Utah had to give up a fair sum to get him, but it was worth the risk.
This is his first free throw of the game. The first free throw is good. Was there any steal in the 2017 draft bigger than Donovan Mitchell? My goodness, guys, Utah looks like they found a franchise player with him.
I mean, to see a player his age come in and just be an elite scorer is impressive. Very explosive in transition, but also in the half court. Reminds you a bit of Westbrook or a young D. Wade with how he plays.
Come on, LeBron welcomes contact, so you are really doing him a favor when you send him to the line.
This will make 5 trips now to the free throw line for him tonight.
Taking 2 shots.
Free throw good, James. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching, and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people that were standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the baseline.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And
wow.
I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Very well. That one is no good. Jazz leading by 4. Here's Mitchell. 14 points for him. Trying to get open is Bogdanovich, and it's Mitchell missing.
Boy, if you're going up against this guy in this close a range, you've got to defend with everything you've got. A tremendous job defensively.
Beautiful touch close in. Kuzma excels at taking advantage down low.
And it's Utah's ball. They're on a 17-7 run. To the left side wing. Conley inside the line. Gets an open look and hits. Conley's got 6 points.
Well, to me, it's critical that Mitchell continue to focus on hitting the guys who are open. We know he can score the ball.
For three, Smith gets the three-pointer to fall.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the three. It's really that simple, guys.
Conley against James. Conley into the lane. Rebound the Lakers.
Boy, this guy is a good finisher, so he misses a chippy. That's tough to take.
Kuzma kicks to Howard. Kuzma passes to Morris. Over Bogdanovich. And there's another one for the Lakers.
Well, there's the intensity of Morris. Playing angry, finishing through contact. Nice.
And J.R. Smith picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game. JaVale McGee's checked in for Dwight Howard. Then for the Jazz, Davis comes in for Gobert. And it's Joe Ingles in for O'Neal. Bogdanovich against Morris. And he comes up with the deuce.
Well, how about the court awareness from Bogdanovich showing off his ability to find the open man, Kev?
Smith on the wing. Fires the three. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. James has got 3 assists in the game.
Yeah, how about the percentage they're shooting from beyond the arc here in the second half?
Conley finds Mitchell. Fires from 14. Up again.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And those are the kinds of mistakes that are magnified when we're talking about a game down the stretch.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Davis is checked in for Morris. Green comes in for J.R. Smith. And Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Kyle Kuzma. And Utah also making a switch. Moutier is checked in. The drive by Mitchell. The second effort. In deep. Davis drops it in. Davis has got 6 points in the quarter.
And after really leaning on that three-point shot in the first half, seeming like they're just getting away from it here in the second. More of the shots coming from the interior.
The Jazz have been exceptional shooting free throws tonight, going 9 for 9.
And talking about last season, this team hit just 74% of their free throws. I'm sure they were hoping for better than that.
And so he's able to get 1 of 2.
And still trying to find his footing in the league. Moutier must show improvement in his shooting moving forward.
And here's LeBron outside. That shot off.
Got his hand out enough on that one to bother the three-point attempt. Great hustle on that one.
You know, we talk about this time and time again, trying to stay connected to shooters along the perimeter. Nicely done.
Both free throws good from Moutier. 5 seconds left in the third. From deep, Green. Basket is good. The assist from Rondo. Green's got 8 points.
Well, this guy is a lethal distance shooter. Danny Green lights out.
Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for Utah. What a quarter that saw them generate a great comeback effort and are now out in front with momentum behind them. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, and I like the fact we get to see this pass one more time. A magnificent feed, and you love to see your off guard taking over the playmaking duties with this much skill.
And to me, Jay, you love the unselfishness, finding the best look, and it doesn't matter who's taking it.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. LeBron and Davis, the incredible forward pair. Green and Rondo in the backcourt. And it's McGee in at the center. That's the Laker 5. And Moutier throws it down.
This is a strength of Moutier's, right? Get into the lane, put your speed to good use.
Outside, Green. Back to LeBron. Oh, and the jam by LeBron.
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. Clarkson taking his time here. James against Ingles. Back to Clarkson for three. And Davis pulls it down. Davis has got his 6th rebound on the night. The drive by James.
I don't know how it's possible for a player to keep getting better with age, but as LeBron said, he's like fine wine, baby.
And stolen by James. And pushing it up, here's Los Angeles. And Davis sends it back. And they'll keep possession. Here's the three. And Davis gets it to go on the assist by Green. And that's 11 points for Anthony Davis.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
That's his second personal foul.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. On the wing, Ingles. Covered by LeBron, Clarkson, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own. And the Jazz lead by 2. Got that one up quick. And that's 13 points for Davis.
Well, Danny Green excels at recognizing when his teammates have open looks and putting it on the money. Nicely done.
Moutier passed to Davis. Now Moutier, and stolen by James. Rondo dishes to James. Davis has the open look. Good, and the assist goes to LeBron. LeBron's got his 4th assist in this one.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Moutier finds Davis. Trying to get open is Bogdanovich. Excellent D that time there from McGee. The drive by James. That shot is good. He has made 8 while missing only 4. That's 67% shooting.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Here's Los Angeles now. They're on a 14-3 run. And James throws it down hard.
You can see in LeBron's eyes, he will not be denied on that drive.
Jazz trail by 7. And just about 3 minutes through the 4th quarter here. Bogdanovich wide open. The three-pointer no good.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
Wasted no time on that one. LeBron's got the lead up to 9 now for the Lakers.
That's their 3rd straight make off an assist.
Utah calls timeout. You look at James, what a contribution.
Boy, he's been relentless, and to this point, they haven't had an answer for him on the inside. Let's see if they make some adjustments coming out of the timeout.
And now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, LeBron James.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
The better he played, the more these fans got revved up. And that continued to play out over the course of his amazing performance. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Well, during the break, I listened in on Quinn Snyder's huddle. He was begging them to step it up. He said, we've got to make the move now, or we're going to be out of time and out of luck. Give it everything you've got out there. Kevin?
Here's Mitchell. Takes the 12-footer and hits.
Boy, nothing you can do about that. Mitchell is just simply that good, converting over aggressive defense.
James with it. Now.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their plays.
Well, what great game planning, what great execution. It doesn't get much better than this.
Jazz trail by 9. Mitchell with it. And it's sent back by Howard. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Anthony Davis taking 2 shots.
First one falls for him. And both free throws good for Davis. And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Jazz. They trail by 11. It's off his foot, and they're saying he kicked the ball. Six to shoot. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
You have to prevent Mitchell from driving. This guy too quick and too crafty once he gets into the lane.
Lakers leading by 9. There's a minute 34 left in the game, and the basket is good.
He totally lost his defender, broke his ankles, then knocks down the jumper.
Yeah, and it's one thing to score on a guy, it's another to flat out torch him.
To the left wing, Conley with the 3, buries it from 3-point range.
It's Conley's ability to hit the long ball that makes him such an asset, stretches the floor and creates space.
It's Davis on the wing. Back to James.
Shooting for Los Angeles, LeBron James. At the line for 2.
He drops the first one, and that will put them up by 9. And so he hits both. Jazz have gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Here's Mitchell. He can't get it to go. Great D that time from Howard.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Los Angeles.
They really lit it up in this one. Fantastic offensive performance.
Definitely just simply shot the ball well. One of those games to be proud of.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for LeBron.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Knocked loose, stolen by O'Neal.
Disappointing day for him. Let's see if they go down with a fight.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way. He might be young, but Mitchell is clutch. That's beautifully done.
And an intentional foul right there.
That's his 4th personal foul. At the line for your Lakers, LeBron James. 2 shots.
Good on the first, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's an 8-point game. Utah calls timeout. They're behind by 8. We've got 13 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Guys, what's your take?
A lot to talk over and improve on for next time.
Well, maybe it could wait until after the game because this one is over.
Here's Niang. No good on the quick 3. Caruso looking for an opening. And so the Lakers take the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks very much. JR, congrats on the win. What were the positives from the team tonight that got you the victory?
I mean, our penetration was unbelievable tonight. Everybody was penetrating the ball. We weren't settling for jump shots and contested jumpers. And as long as we keep moving the ball, we'll be fine.
Thanks again, JR. Appreciate it. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.